Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Okay.
When you go to church, when you go to church, you feel like it's too hyper.
It's not too hyper.
Yeah.
I think the tempo is to
okay.
turn up.
But I don't
Give
think
me any gospel song and people dance to it.
any gospel song
Yeah.
people don't dance to or any gospel
The ones that
calm you.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to Oceans?
Is that
It's the most, I think.
okay.
person who did
Is
that
he a preacher?
It's also like a lullaby
Okay.
creator. There's
So
no way.
I am not talking about artists making music for God. I am talking about the way we preach the message from the preacher is sent to you. You know, I have seen videos of churches. The preacher, Doug Mutai, he's dug the energies of a performer.
But like,
it's nothing wrong.
Yes.
Nothing wrong.
So what is the difference?
So
between,
us color
what do you guys
singers,
use? Like,
first of all, we remove our shoes when we enter the holy place.
respectfully, yeah.
Yes, I don't know why.
That makes sense.
I don't know why.
It makes sense. I've been to a temple before and I was very humble.
Yes.
I was like, can you remove your shoes?
Yes. Because everybody there is the same now.
Yeah.
Even you're a politician, you are a beggar. Beggar, of course, no shoes anyway.
Leave your muddy shoes.
You can enter with your dirty feet.
Yeah.
I mean, the mosques are even cleaner.
Yes.
In India, the temples, even here, they have taps, so you're supposed to clean your feet. But people are a bit lazy here.
Yeah,
But Muslims have to give them.
It's called. Who wants to freeze and go to pray? You know, like it just doesn't.
I mean, you're here to godliness is next to dirty feetliness, as we were taught in Our Lady of Mercy Primary School.
Aman, please come and collect your students.
Anyway, welcome to another episode of Going Deep with Aman. I am sitting here with my best international comedian friend.
What do you do?
You've known her for her jokes. You have known her for those glasses, because she looks like a nerd.
I do.
You have known her for performing at the Joburg International Comedy Festival. I got it right.
Why are you lying?
And Fake Walk with Justin.
Yes.
The magnum opus. Justin Wanda.
Yes. Thank you so much for
And we're here at Fit Kitchen.
Yeah.
And
How's your day
420
going?
special.
How's your day
With
going?
the most sober person to ever exist.
We had to break the cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, because people will get somebody who's a druggie.
Yeah.
Not me.
You
I
are
get-
unique for this. I applaud you.
I get somebody who will motivate you,
Yes.
inspire you, make you laugh,
Yes.
annoy you with Selena Williams facts, but you know the other three make up for the annoyance. Yes, Justin
Wow.
Wanda.
I can't believe
Sober.
my intro includes Serena Williams' annoyance, but that's true. That's who I am. And my very core, I think I can play tennis
Okay.
and win.
What are the
I would beat you.
What other fallacies do you have? Do you think you can drive a car in reverse?
I think I can fly a car. Like if I just put enough momentum on it.
I
Or
mean,
going to
you
another
you
country.
can you can go at a very high elevation,
Yes.
but I think once you come down, there's no other thing like that you can do.
I know gravity will work against me, but I really want to fly a car. I just want to be able to do it so that it goes onto my bucket list checked. I did.
What is your bucket list?
Very few
Actually,
things.
Justin, before we even get to this silly
Yes.
talk,
Yeah.
please, as a comedian, I really want you to make me feel bad. Say it in a way of your experience at Ghana. I even forgot. You're recently a comedian who has toured outside of Kenya, and not because she out of her own pocket. No. This is very unique. Somebody else paid.
Yeah.
Do you know how? First of all, do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how big of a legend
I'm really good at what I do.
that makes
Yeah.
Justin Wanda?
Yes. I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't like to brag because life humbles you really quickly.
That's true.
But I don't think I would have even gotten to where I have gotten to if I didn't have that belief in myself. I had to be like, I'm a maverick, like I show up, I make people laugh, and someone is gonna pay me to do it, and they're gonna pay for my tickets, and
It happened.
it happened.
You're a person who talks a lot about manifestation.
Yes, I believe like if you believe in the things that you're doing, and you're showing up for yourself every single day, and you're annoying people with Serena Williams, they will allow you to get up on stages and perform.
Yes.
And I think that has worked for me really well. And I will say this, I want this for my friends too. This people are funny, man. I want you guys to feel the same way. Yeah.
I felt it a while ago. I felt it 2 years ago when I went to India,
Aman,
which is the second biggest stand-up comedy market in the world.
and I don't
just
know why
not
he
bragging.
came back. He would have just stayed and like become a billionaire.
You know, there I realized.
Rupees.
There I realized. Every comedian has said it, but it's the truth. When you go to India, you don't feel Indian. You feel
other.
you feel desi. This is the vibe
it's
of
the vibe.
of
This is the,
but Indian
fam.
is
it's a different
yes,
culture.
it's a nationality. You know, you have to live there to understand the nuances of their culture. Okay, I know what they've shown me and what I've gotten through my parents.
Yes.
I haven't been there for a long time.
You haven't lived there
Yes.
enough for you to be like, oh yeah, you're one of us.
Me, I'm hardly diaspora.
Like, do they treat you differently?
No. Bro, they're very nice to me. Me, I'm a Kala singer.
Shout
Kala
out to all
singers.
the Indians treating a man nicely.
Kala singers
Yes.
get a lot of respect in
Honestly, heroes.
Yeah.
Right? You guys are like,
yeah.
like soldiers, and like you have a history of
Okay.
like winning wars.
That's-
like, yo.
It's good you know that part.
Yes.
And
It's because he told me. I had
but you
this-
don't know the dark part that's happening right
Please,
now.
I don't want to learn about the dark. I don't want to hate you. You know, like I think we have a really good friendship going. You know,
Kinda.
I don't wanna cancel your entire and just.
Anyway, where was I? In India, the reason I felt like it's not that I don't belong.
Yes.
Any place you live long enough, you start belonging. It's just like it wasn't for me, man. Just the number of people
Okay.
on the streets.
Do you feel like there's too
It
many
gets
people?
it gets overwhelming, and the hooting, as you know, it's like you're living
Is it like-
Kamakunji.
Oh yeah, it's like downtown Nairobi every day, everywhere.
Downtown Nairobi is what you'd consider
dream.
like a holiday. Oh, there's a lot of a few
Ooh.
people. Have you seen Kamakunji?
This is free.
Have you
I
seen
can walk. I
ha-
can see
yes
ahead.
yes have you seen Kamakunji from far, like from that roundabout on? Have you seen people
Oh,
where
like-
they look like ants
Yeah.
next to
it's
that
almost,
mosque?
There's almost like way too many people populated in one
Yes,
area.
yes.
Okay.
Think of
get
that, but now on Nairobi Expressway with cars in the middle.
Okay, I feel like India, we need to have a talk. I don't know if I'm the one who should say this, but you guys should really look into reducing the number of people on the street so a man can feel comfortable when he comes back.
Don't change. India, stay the way you are. Be
I was
that
asking
dope.
them to change for you, and you're like, nah, I love you for who you are.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Me, I
Aman.
love them
Aman
for who
is
they
so
are.
romantic. Like,
Yeah,
this
man.
is God level.
Because
I think this is a story I can write.
thank you.
Like a love story between you.
And nobody. India.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love India? You don't have to be brown to love India.
No,
India is a very
100%.
interesting continent. But that's why that's what I'm saying. Me, I feel more Indian Kenyan. Actually, I feel more Kenyan. The Indian part is just at home.
Yeah, Aman doesn't have like a workshop in industrial area
Yeah.
yet. So he doesn't really feel
I-
fully Kenyan, Indian.
As much as I joke
Yeah.
that it's because my parents were in Parklands, Muindis, which is a rich area in India,
Man,
where most of the Indians are, is the reason that I get to do stand-up comedy.
yeah.
Because there,
So they freed you in
yeah,
a way.
yeah.
Shout out to Aman's
Poverty.
band.
Shout out poverty.
Yo,
Shout out bad
poverty-
decisions.
Poverty is doing well for like you and your family. Like it's channeling a new path for you.
It's
You're breaking a whole generation
This-
of industrialists.
this is what I feel.
Yeah.
I will be the guy who gave them hope, and they did nothing. Is that
Look,
I don't want to
hope
manifest
is
that.
important. Not everyone.
Fuck
really-
hope, man.
No, I feel like a man underestimates just how much influence he has in this industry that we're in. Like in the comedy industry,
That's enough. That's okay.
It's strong. It's really strong.
I mean, I have 15,000 followers on Instagram. Not to brag, but
1,000%. I have 2,000 followers, so you can tell. That's
who's funnier?
who
'Cause only
is
the-
not going international. You have to have less followers, so
That's
they
true.
really fily find you
That's
like a needle in a haystack. You like you are that precious.
But Justine, other than your, tell us about your experience in Ghana.
I'll say Accra was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the men over there don't catcall you, which was a big deal. I have never been in a place where people are respectful. Like Kenya has very disrespectful people almost everywhere. You know, I talk to you right now and it feels like you're a civil person. Aman is not, you know. So right now we're having a very civil conversation. When the cameras are not here, the way this person talks to me, it's like we will fight all the time, honestly. But like in Accra, people are very respectful. I got to do an awesome show, and like they had me on a poster and everything, and it was like, okay, you guys don't know me, but like they trusted me enough to be there. And it's like those people you've just DM'd. Honestly,
You DM'd them?
Slide into people's DMs for opportunities. Yes, I DM'd them, and they're like, yeah, sure, come through. Right? A man, you're not DMing enough people.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yes. It's just like dick. Like if you go out there and you believe, they're gonna let
It's
you
funny,
up
the
on
person I
stage.
know that's 100% a virgin is talking about how easy it is to get dick.
And I think that it's just true.
I'm joking, I don't know
think
anything
men are
about
just,
you.
Like easier,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He agrees. But yeah, they were very nice. They let me up on stage. I did 20 minutes, and it was like
Wow.
an easy 20. I was just having fun. They were very welcoming. I had a great time. Yeah, like Accra, I would go back there in a heartbeat. But their scene is new, so yeah, it's gonna take a while for them to get to
Mm-hmm.
a level where you do multiple shows.
And then what happened
Ah.
to the trip?
This is the worst thing that I've ever had to experience. So, as we've established, I am an international touring guide.
This is JK Live. Oh my!
We don't want to be arrested for noise pollution, you know, like this. It doesn't feel right. So I was to go to Joburg for Johannesburg International Comedy Festival, which was incredible. Like, have you ever gotten a call and you're like, there's no way, and like, we loved your stuff, we want you to perform there, and I was like, I used to pray for times like this, like I was,
Yahweh!
yo, he's listening.
He's listening.
I was thrilled. I was pumped. Even like when I was leaving. So I was supposed to go to Accra for work and then wrap that up. And then on the last day, after I'm through with work, then travel to Joburg because my show was on the next day. So I get to the airport. So I even told the people, my handlers, I told them I can only get to the airport at 6 because my meetings might run late. So I feel like that window is enough for me to be there in good time. So I get to the airport, 6 p.m. I check, like you look at all the check-ins and you're like, the flight that I'm supposed to use, there's no one there to check me in. So I'm like, oh, maybe they start a little later. I ask one of the attendants and they're like, ma'am, they closed their check-in like at 4 p.m.
And your flight was at
8 p.m.
4 hour.
4 hours early. So I am in that airport. I'm like, there's no way. There has to be someone here who can still make sure that I get onto my flight. I'm looking at the flight board and it still says I'm on time, which means I should be able to get in. The guy's like, you could go check the office. Maybe there's someone that's there that could help. I go to the office. Like before I see the airline, I see the office and the lights are off. There's no one there, and I'm like, Imeenda.
Aye.
I was so stressed because Aman, you know me. Even at open mics, I'm usually like it's like I live there. So the one time because of work where I get caught up, I'm not able to make my flight. And it's not even my fault. Like they didn't communicate to the agent that I'm supposed to be there before 4. Like you can open your check-in really early, but also tell people you close your check-in at a certain time. So I didn't have this information. I'm calling every single person I can think of. I am so sorry. It looks like I may not be able to get on this flight. They're like, just keep asking, keep checking. I run around the airport. I try to get an alternative flight. Because I'm like, these people are going to fuck me over. Let me try and get out of this place. Even if I'm going to come back to Nairobi and then get another one to AC. There's no flight that's leaving Accra. Not to inside Africa. It's like, oh, do you want to go to Europe? We can take it to Europe. We have time.
You're like, why not? Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, it's like I should have thought of that
Yeah.
before.
Well, let me just panda this number 33 for Europe.
Yeah,
I'll check another one from there.
Yeah, from Brussels.
Yeah. Fucking assholes.
Right? So, but the
Those guys are assholes, first of all. They see a black
100%.
girl and they say, why don't you go to...
why do you want to experience a little more racism?
Don't you
we
know-
can give you material.
Don't you know about visa?
Yeah, I know like South African racism is
Yeah.
kind of solid, but why not just experience the rest of the world too while you're at it, you know?
Oh, that's funny.
So I was like, okay, I can't get on any of these flights. And because it's last minute, you're checking at those flight prices and they're like, do you have the money to go to Qatar and then back? Like, if you want to go to Joburg, we can get you to Joburg, but it's very expensive. But we'll not get you there in time also. So even if you live here, you're still going to get there on Sunday. My show is on Saturday at 8 p.m.
Oh, no.
So I'm doing the thing where you check what's the time in Johannesburg right now to see if there's a window for you to make. And then I'll tell you, it's one thing to experience heartbreak in one go. It's another thing to experience it in small doses.
But
Where it's like, as the time kind of nears for my performance and knowing that I'm still at the airport and I'm not going to leave because there are no flights out, that really broke.
you're watching through the phone.
Yes.
Your opportunity.
Yeah, and also I'm using airport Wi-Fi, which keeps disappearing every 15 or so minutes. So there's a time where I'm just like, has more time passed than I'm imagining. Then the Wi-Fi comes back and it's like, yeah, you have one less hour to get to where you're going. So it was really traumatic, but I used up all my savings. I was like, I'm still going to South Africa. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm going to show up. I'm not going to be the person who doesn't show up. So I get to South Africa. I get there like at 6 a.m. the next day, and then I leave my bag in the cab. I was so tired, you guys. You have no idea. I was so tired. I had like my last savings from the job I just done in Accra, and like the cab guy kind of just like, it's like, thank you so much for leaving your bag here. I'm gonna take this $100. It seems like you don't need it, you know. Like, so he dipped with some of the money I had saved, and yeah, so I get into he came back and he actually returned the bag. He was very kind, but he just paid himself in my savings, which was kind of,
It's South Africa.
yeah. I should have known.
Yeah.
You know, I should have been more vigilant. That was on me. So I get into the hotel. I stay there for one night, and I catch the last shows, which was awesome. Bro, South Africa is really pretty, especially if you're rich. Oh my god. I stayed at like a giant hotel with like
Fountains.
bro, there was like statues of like the David's head.
Ooh.
I don't know what those statues are called. What is it called?
I don't-
Coco. I think
Eish.
that's the era.
Eish.
See, I'm learned.
Eish.
I did art in school, guys. I took my course very seriously. But yeah, it was like very classic, and it just felt like I deserved that shit. And the
Of
fact
course.
that I couldn't get to perform my show really hurt me. But like, I met really awesome comics. They were very receptive. You know, comedians they understand. We laughed. I went to the last show. I went out. I had a good time despite everything. I got to do 2 mics because I didn't have enough time to do shows.
Yeah.
So I had to come back. But yeah, that was what happened.
You know, as much as, first of all,
Yep.
I would like to say
Yes.
officially, I mean, I've told you I think before, but I think all the comedy fraternity is very proud of you. You're making the Kenyan comedy brand a very bright. People when look at American comedy like the Americans are very good at comedy. Yes. Then they look at Vietnamese like Vietnamese are okay maybe. Then they look at Kenyan like even Kenyans are okay.
Yeah.
But they look at us now. Our image is better.
Yes.
Of course, even ours is a young scene, but we can become
We're
better.
growing.
And I think you're a good representative. That's first.
From Aman.
That's first.
From Aman to all
Secondly,
of you.
Secondly, as much as it does look like things went wrong,
Yes.
I think it's still the good was bigger
Oh,
way bigger than the sadness. Yes, the sadness is there because you
Yes.
miss them. But yes, you are lucky enough to be in a position to miss that. Most of us, we didn't even know what's happening. You're there.
I got
You
into a
can miss
room,
it.
yeah.
We can't even say yes or no to it. You know, you are like, as much as it's situation,
yes.
you didn't do it but it was offered. That's still a big deal, and you still went to South Africa. You
It's
did
a
2
W,
mics.
yeah.
It's a W.
It's a
The L is so small.
I feel-
It's
I feel
the
like
size of
maybe
Brian's pee-pee.
I really, I kind of that
That's a good joke.
is a good.
The L is so small. Is the size of Brian's pee-pee. High five.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
But like, I'll
Call
just
me
say,
South Africa, please.
I'll just say, I want more. For
Everybody.
us
Oh, okay.
in a way that I feel like there's when you get used to like a scene, like we've done Nairobi our entire
Yeah.
comedy existence, so I feel like there's a beauty into going into a completely different place, and I think you experience this with India too, like where you're in a space where it's just your comedic voice that's being heard, and like you're doing observations, you're doing all these bits, and people are just receptive to your art, and like that's a beauty that you don't get with a lot of professions. Like for you, when you get up there and you're just doing your comedy and you're like getting the laughs and like everything is landing, like that's
A good feeling.
it's bro, I don't know if orgasms get to that point, I have no idea, but I feel like that's probably the closest. It's so
It's
good.
a very different feeling. I would personally. I
Aman
would
is
rather
I
have
think
more the
Aman-
laughs than
Yeah.
the orgasms. Personally.
See, Aman is sacrificing his orgasms for more laughter.
Any day.
and
I'd actually,
1000%
I don't know why I'm timid about it. I'd give up orgasm just to get that feeling of you get when your joke is killing,
Yo,
when the people are with you on like yeah.
I
And
don't-
you know that's what's funny when I was very early in my career. Of course, I didn't get much laid. Of course, nothing has changed much.
Aman really worked crowds but didn't work
Work.
the bedroom.
Yeah.
That was
I didn't need to, but then I had this. Where did we start this from? Oh yes.
yeah.
So as I was saying, early in my career,
Yeah.
when I used to do a joke
Yes.
and people laughed, bro, I'm not lying. It still happens, but it was very early in my career. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
I know exactly what
Things got stiff.
Yes.
There were some tents that were pitched. If you're
It's
13,
a laugh derivative. That was what.
if you're 13, it's that moment when you don't want the teacher to call you up to answer the 13 times 9 or whatever they teach 13-year-olds. You don't want to stand up as a boy. There's that thing that used to, and I'm not lying, it happened on stage. Weird, but I loved it.
And you just stood there the whole time.
Yeah, but the good thing it's my PP and Brian's PP are not that different. So even
So-
after stiffness, no one could notice.
This is really bad because like a man wears sweatpants. So
Yeah.
a man, what is going on?
No, I'm joking. But like I used to, like in Churchill show,
Yeah.
it used to happen quite a bit because you know there's this celebrityness in your performance.
It's like very amped, very
yeah,
big,
it's for a
very-
TV show.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're killing it on a TV show, and you're young, and this hacky material
Yeah,
you've
'cause, like,
written.
you started out really young. How old were you?
I started when I was 18.
Yo,
But
Aman been in this.
yes,
I have
yes.
so much respect for him. I would watch Churchill for like 3 people, and it used to be Aman, Mamito, and some other person. I don't remember the
YY?
third person, but like I think
Consumata.
I think YY.
YY is very funny.
Bro, I loved you guys' work. I would just like, my brother's like, do you have to watch this every week? And I'm like, yeah.
Mine.
Do you have to watch the news every day? Mind your business.
I am not.
That's
I'm not lying. My Churchill show jokes, I hate them.
that's gross.
Not yes.
Yeah.
Not. I don't hate the show.
Yeah.
I hate the jokes that I'm like that is such shit material.
But I think that's
Why
like
are
from
people
a growth
laughing?
perspective. Like in the beginning, maybe you were just like, can I land this? What's like the funniest thing I can say right now? But right now you're a little more intentional with your work, yeah? You're
That's
like,
true.
Okay, so what does porn ABC look like? You know, like
I need to go
that's
deeper.
different, you know? be more to like this than the surface level shit. So right now the intention makes you feel like the stuff you used to do kind of just doesn't work.
Because I think I agree with you. You are right. Because when I was younger, when I heard Kevin Hart says, there are comedians here who just use comedy hacks. I'm like, wait, you're telling me they're hacks you can use to be like the tools you can use. So I googled what are hacks, and I'm like, oh. And then I realized as I was researching, I'm like, oh, hacks are looked down upon.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, a true comedian. Yes, that's true. That actually makes sense, because a comedian shouldn't be like everybody else. You shouldn't use this simple example, this simple techniques to get the big laughs. There's hacky things you can do that are not hacky. There's there's
like a navigation of the
idea.
Comedic, yeah,
like you can hack, like example of a hacky bit. Okay, black people like this, white people like this. That is and
anyone can do
anybody does that material. Indians do that material. My mom knows that material. You can't go on stage and say, white people do this and black people do this directly. It's a bit hacky, but every comedian does it. But you'll not notice, like Bill Burr.
The elements in the beat have been developed in a way that you're just like, it's like a roadmap. By the time they're getting to the punchline, you're like, what did I just experience? Like, that's the beauty
you're
of
right.
comedy. It's just like, it's like you're puzzling. It's like you're going on, you're solving a puzzle together. They know the answer, but like you,
I think you know the answer.
Yeah, you know the answer.
You're trying to tell them. You're trying to make them reach to the answer also.
Yeah, and like with every
I like
legacy
this.
comedian.
I don't know. I did this.
Why are you doing that?
Spider-Man. Waza.
Okay, we're losing track again.
Yeah, comedy.
But like with when you're a comedian and you really really love and you're intent with your work, there's just a part of you that's, how do I get to that next level? Like you no longer want to do the easy shit.
Yes.
And
low hanging.
Yes, because it feels like it's hack. That's the only word. It's like it's hack. It's easy. You want to do like,
you want to be different.
Yeah, you want to be different. You want to be unique. You want to be remembered.
Yes.
You can't be remembered if you're doing what everyone else is doing.
Yes.
Unfortunately, no one rewards the regular person. You like only remember the top guy.
But I think that also goes with your goals in comedy. You and I want to create legacy.
Yes, I want to create.
We want to be
me for generations.
We want to be known
Yeah.
as the greatest comedic export of East Africa, of fucking Africa, of the world, whatever.
The world, yeah.
We want to, because
I want aliens to know me.
You want to you want to be known as the good comedian.
Like when someone references, they reference you.
And
you see how when you're having a conversation, like Bill Burr does, it's like,
Yes.
I want to get to that point where it's like, do you know Jacinda this? Like that's the biggest update.
Yeah,
Oh my
like let's just go to Bill Burr back. I was about to say he does the best black people versus white people, but there's a way if you're not a comedy, like if you don't like notice, like as a not behind the scene person, comedians notice the behind the scenes sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, the setup punchline, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
As an audience member, you don't even see it happening. You just laugh.
Yeah.
Now going back to the hackiness. And I don't think legacy can be created by being hacky. To my little
way.
knowledge I have, you cannot be generic
No way.
and be the greatest comedian people have known. Every comedian people love this. One
They
joke
have
that is
something
unique.
They've built that
Yeah.
you even you want to
Personality.
be able to think like that.
Yeah.
You want to be able to do something that even comes close to that.
Comedians are like, think of them like cars.
Yes.
Cars, Toyota, they're like 500 Toyota Corollas on the road right now. So they're not very special. Comedians are like that car you only made once. And a good comedians is
Custom fate.
that one car and nobody else is that car. Of course, now you have copies of that car.
Yes.
You'll have the
And
Mobius.
yeah.
You'll have the Mobius is a copy of a Chinese car, if I can remember. But the Chinese is also a copy of another car. So who knows?
Everyone is copying someone, but
Nothing
the
new.
original, the blueprint, that's the one you want to.
Nothing new under the sun. So whatever we are saying is probably been said by people that we don't even know.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's maybe said all the time, maybe just in the not in the way we say it, but like it's interpreted as such. So, because you're not in those rooms, you don't know.
So the uniqueness is now you. It's Justine's way of
My
saying
POV,
it. Your
my way-
POV.
Yeah, like everything works from how I think, how I see it, how I'm. Like my perception of the world is what you want to walk through, and that's what I want to gift the world.
Ah, that is very nice of you to say. To gift the world.
Yes, I'm gifting you.
Anyway, any differences that you really notice between the South African scene and the Kenyan scene?
I'll say one of the first things I noticed, their comedians are a little more outwardly very. There's people who
Express.
it's like they're very expressive. That's the word. It's very expressive. It's very large, and then there are comedians who they're like very good storytellers. Like they could just do. There's a comedian I was watching, and I am so sorry because I'm forgetting his name right now. But he honestly did 3 bits, and it was 40 minutes.
Ndumiso Lindi, when he came to Kenya, did something very similar.
Yes.
And he's funny.
And you realize, like, the journey of any joke that you're telling could be extrapolated in so many ways that sometimes if you're not seeing it, you feel like, oh, it can only go this far. You haven't unlocked shit. Like, unfortunately, that's how it feels like when you see someone do 3 bits for 40 minutes. That's like 1 bit is going for like 15 to 18 minutes. That's
He has squeezed
It's milked all the way. It's like the other has nothing left. It's just no.
I think people say one way to reach there, and this I think applies to most creative works. You have to create drafts.
Yes.
And to reach that juiciness, you have to. If your first punchline was maybe the juice tasted like bath water.
Yeah.
That's everybody's first rub
That's
out.
That's where your brain goes.
Yeah,
as the first
don't
thought.
use bath water.
Yeah.
Think the 5th. People say think of the 7th or 8th example
Yeah.
even. So bath
And
water.
it's
no.
hard. It's hard.
Then you
Your
have to
brain-
think maybe salty bath water. Oh, now a bit more specific, which is a bit better.
Yeah.
Ocean bath water with Fanta water. Okay, that's you're trying to make it a bit better,
It's like
and then
an oil spill in bath water. Like that's there's so many layers.
and then your 7th idea is just pussy juice.
Yeah. Because maybe that's the one that actually does the job. You never know.
Like right now, I made her laugh.
But you have to literally.
Rush food. You watch football?
Yes, I do watch football.
Justine, why have we never? We
I just
always
don't watch
argue.
it all the time. I just I'm a bad football fan where I really, really loved watching football until a point. Like 2019 was my cutoff. But I watch World Cups so faithfully.
Okay.
I will fucking fight. Like I am a World Cup watcher through and through.
Which was your team in the previous World Cup? From the beginning.
I'll say Argentina. I'm sorry.
The story was good.
The
Argentina story was good.
All
Yes.
day, every day. I was like, one of these people in this era has to win this World Cup. One of them. And I know it's not going to be Ronaldo, sorry. I knew it was not going to be him. He wasn't serious. Like, he was taking credit for other people's headers. There's no way he was going to win.
I remember.
Yeah.
But, hey,
I was
man.
like, "Siu, funge bao yako." Like that.
Nothing against him, but nothing against you. But I think if you're in that situation,
Yeah.
you
do
don't
what you
know
gotta
you
do.
don't know what was in his mind. In his head, he might actually
Look,
he might not be lying.
I don't hate him. If anything, he's a fucking prolific player. I can't take that away from him. I can't even run with the ball. I can't multitask like that. So I have so much respect for what he does. It's just that
The rape allegations.
yes, and also I
Allegations.
also have like this expectation of someone who's called the goat. Yeah, which
Prove
is
it.
bad.
You
Which is
gotta-
really bad.
yeah.
Yeah, like we expect other people to show up and kill it when you're barely the goat in your own life. Like we. No,
Don't talk shit about Cristiano, man. C7. Don't talk shit about Cristiano Ronaldo in front of me, man.
Look,
Me, I love Cristiano. Me, I love Messi. These are great
what
man.
was your team? What was your team?
Can I tell you honestly?
Yep.
In the beginning,
Yep.
I was South Korea because of Son. know, the thing
they
is,
did. Like, ooh, those group stages were rough.
let
They
me
did
tell
really
you,
well. Yeah.
before World Cup, I think TikTok did something to me. It started showing me this these hard edits, these edits that go hard of like football.
I can't believe this guy was like, what are they called?
Edits that go hard.
I know edits that go hard, but like there's a name. You are being trapped. It has a name.
Whatever it was.
It like they do them for TV shows. Like it has a name.
fan edits,
Fan
whatever.
cam.
Fan cam, whatever.
Yeah, you were literally fan cammed into.
But mine was like more manly, like more cool. They had cool
It's
funk
like,
music.
oh look at
They had
what?
Tin, tin,
Your pussy
tin,
juice was
tin.
all over the place for those guys, please.
Bro, no. It's not at it. There's the way they do for K-pop. This one they make it hardcore.
I understand what you mean because I've seen them.
Yeah, those ones now.
Yeah, like
those fan cam.
They
Okay, let's
go
call
hard.
them fan cam.
100%, they do go hard.
So me, I started seeing Haaland's go hard. I'm like, damn. I started seeing Cristiano. I'm like, this guy's foot is this interesting.
Men are so easy to thirst up. It's like
No,
There's
it's
someone
the
who said
skill.
that-
I looked at the game. I'm like, this is very interesting. And then I started supporting North Korea. South Korea.
yes.
For
sorry,
Son.
Kim Jong Un. Sorry.
Yeah,
he could
fuck you,
never-
man.
yeah.
Fuck you, Kim. I'm never come to your country. Poison me, bitch. I'm never touching a Korean, actually. After this video, that's how he killed one of his uncles. In an airport, they like somebody puts like poison on their hand,
Yeah.
and they touch the guy or something, and they just poisoned him in the airport. You can see
Instantly.
he died like a slow, painful death.
Oh, just like I feel like slow painful death shouldn't happen. Like if you want to kill me, like don't do like weak shit. Just like shoot me in the face. Like do the thing where I can see you. Don't be a bitch.
Justin,
like why are you poisoning me?
And that's why you're not the dictator of North Korea.
Okay, dictators have to be a little
Yes,
more strict.
you
me, I'm
have
just
to be-
like
you have to
Chernobyl,
be-
the entire Chernobyl people's lives. Like destroy it, end it.
Ah.
No.
No, but the reason I think is because you have to be that kind of person
Yes,
to be in that kind of
You kinda
position.
have to be-
A person who thinks like you will never reach there
Yeah,
because you're good. That's why you reach Joburg and he's not there. Okay. So reason I support South Korea because
Yeah.
of Son. He
Yes.
took this run he takes from his field till the end,
Yeah.
and he looks cute. He does this. And South Korean boys are very cute. They look like girls.
Aman was also like thirst trapped.
He,
You were
you know,
fan cam
like,
and
he
thirst
looks like a
trapped.
very nice Asian
Yeah.
girl.
It's like a what is it called? The thing where it's like the
Twink.
gender blood.
Ugh.
It's called gender blood something. Like
Whatever.
The blood the line, so sometimes you can tell whether someone is.
Oh
male or
yes,
female.
yes.
Mm.
Gender blurry.
Yes, gender blood. Aman was just over there. He's like, son.
And then of course I was supporting. I have always to support an African team.
Yes, which one? did you go?
Morocco.
Aman. Moroccans will beat you up for saying they're an African team. What?
If you look at the map, they're not part of the African Union, I think.
Yes, they were
Yeah.
like they were asking Europe to join Europe.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
like, we're serious. We are not black. Why? And yeah, they're very very good also with like the trafficking people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're really,
Anyway.
their anti-black campaign is solid.
And maybe that's why I liked them. Hakimi, he's made it popular right now because of the divorce situation.
So has Hakimi made it popular? Made Morocco popular? Or
Oh no, but in the World Cup, I think it was
'cause he
Morocco.
played so well. Oh
And
my
then-
gosh, shout out to Hakimi.
And then, of course, 100%,
Yes.
without a doubt, Argentina. Because I was shown this story of the little boy from Rosario. The story of this Italian genes of this boy and those fan cams. I'm like, man, Messi needs to
Deserves this
he
world.
deserves to be
Yeah.
remembered in the same league as Maradona.
Oh, 1,000%.
For no reason. I don't know why why do I care?
But
I'm
look,
a
you're so
comedian in
bushy.
Kenya.
Look, when someone gives you a good story, it's very easy to get behind.
It's so
You're
true.
so cheap. You're like, oh my god, this person deserves this. Like they've been through it. They couldn't grow. If they couldn't grow, but they managed to be like the highest scorer and like the goat of this, they deserve this well.
Yeah.
I'm just like I've been a big Messi fan from forever. I watched his stuff. I think I was there when he went to Barcelona.
Why are you saying it like you're under interrogation? And if you say you hate Messi, people are going to come after you.
But no, look.
By the way, me, I
will
love
say this.
Messi.
I will
He's
say
the best.
this. I will say this. I ride for Messi like all day.
Even now,
Yes.
his PSG performance.
Yeah, he's doing really poorly, but that's still my guy. He has a World Cup, he can do whatever the hell he wants. Like, even if he loses the league. See, they won the last one, though. The previous. Yeah.
But
So-
it's even if the World Cup was a movie
Yeah.
for Argentina, it started out very nicely.
Yes, and they lost
2-1
their
or
first match.
2-0?
I think it was 2-1.
2-1 to Saudi Arabia.
People who.
What is Messi?
Joe,
What is Messi? That guy was hilarious. What is Messi?
he was a meme on day one.
What is Messi? If he was in Kenya, he would be on the trend. Amina would be asking me, so how did you come up with the idea of asking, what is Messi?
Yes.
What is it? They show the clip.
Do
He-
you feel like we feel like you deserve a government job? Like,
Yeah.
that guy would have been hired.
He would be hired,
He would have
land.
been Riggy status right now. Like, that's it was only right.
He'd be in advertisements
Yes.
for Optica.
For Betika.
Where is Messi?
Yeah.
Where is Messi? Optica gives him glasses. Oh, there is Messi.
He
Marketing
would be
degree.
in like betting ads, bro.
But that's the thing, Gideri Media. Sorry, Gideri Man.
There, man.
In Gideri Media. So that was a good, it started there with a loss.
So when you have to have a comeback story and like they had to fight, I don't think there's a team that was winning matches that had to fight like them. That match with Netherlands.
Yes,
was it
yes.
Netherlands? That match was insane.
Bro.
I was watching and I'm like, what is going on? It's like you can't catch a break. Those people, bro, up to the finals.
Penna.
That Kamavinga change fucked up their whole shit. You know, they were just like, oh, that we're winning, we're chilling, we're not even going to run anymore. And then that substitute, Kamavinga came on and he was like,
Abana!
bitch. Like in 3 minutes there were goals.
You know, Netherlands is not Netherlands. Sorry, Argentina.
Netherlands is a funny name for a country.
Yeah, the lands where no one goes. Nether. Ugh.
No, it's like nethers, like where people's private spot.
Oh, you're talking about other. I'm talking about like nether, like a nether. You know, like you.
Mine is like into old English.
Yeah. I'd neither go there, you know? Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Japan, by the way, I forgot about Japan. I also supported Japan because of the anime. I've seen the anime hardcore clips.
And
And
is just getting catfished by Asian countries now. Like what? What?
why
Are you
not?
just supporting Japan because of anime or because they were playing good football at the World Cup?
They played good football, didn't they? Didn't they beat? Didn't they? Are they the reason why Germany didn't qualify?
They are, but also
Yeah.
Germany this time weren't doing shit. Like
That's
I'll
also
just
true.
say, bro, Germany from 2010.
You're playing like Serena Williams in a men's tennis game, bro. Una boba na. That's going to anger you.
It is making me really angry. I am trying to contain myself so that I don't seem like a crazy person. But still, Germany was playing really, really poorly. And yeah, it's true what you just said, but I'm not going to repeat it.
You can't argue because even Serena Williams
She
herself.
said it. She said it.
Yeah.
She's my queen because she knows the truth. Yeah.
She's 400 times better than anybody in 19 kilometers in this radius.
Yes.
Or actually 500 bencho. Who
We
cares?
can even like take out the whole country.
Yeah.
Still,
She's better than most humans.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Yes.
I'm not taking away that.
She's very good. I'm just saying that back to Germany. Germany was playing really poor football this time. I was just like I didn't feel like they were gonna go anywhere. Like there's teams where you're like, those guys look like they have ambitions.
Yeah.
And then the teams you look like
Like Croatia
those
is
guys are
that
just
team.
here to feel the group stage and then go home. I was so happy. I will
Panama?
say this. I was so happy when Uruguay went home. Fuck Suarez now and forever.
Because of that handball he blocked and he got a red. Is it Senegal or Ghana?
It was Ghana.
Ghana.
And like I love Ghanaians are so chill. You know, they like play good football.
Abu
They're
Moya.
nice. Yeah, their names sometimes you can't even
Friday.
pronounce. Yeah.
Sunday, Tuesday. Where is your brother? Wednesday.
But I'm so happy Zimbabwe doesn't have people in the world, like doesn't make it to the World Cup.
You know what? shit on Zimbabwe on football, but don't talk shit about Zimbabwe in cricket.
Oh, I
Those-
thought you were saying I thought you were going to say when it comes to gold exports.
Even that, I think Zimbabweans have to earn back their gold, like Trevor Noah says.
Bro, Zimbabwe gonna have to fucking fight. I don't know what those people are gonna do, but
They have to start running and win those gold medals back.
Bro, you guys are gonna have to start showing up at the Olympics for real, for real. You
Kamlesh.
can't start winning gold now if you want to
Bro.
fill up those mines.
Kamlesh Patni
Bro,
is still
I
the
don't think-
gangster.
you
He's still the G.
can you imagine
Impressive, bro.
bankrupting a whole country,
10% GDP.
going scot free, and starting that shit in another country, and yo, that's just criminal beauty. Like
You make me cry.
bro. Aman is so proud.
I swear. All these other tribes try to do crime like us, but they always get
They
caught.
can only be one.
They only sent one Mwindi.
They can only be
He
144th.
It took GDP, bana. He's the reason, apparently, why Kenya shilling went above 100.
Yes.
Okay,
He
that
messes
bro.
over so badly.
But
And he left. And
It-
he was like, I'll just fly to another African country and start over. Those people don't know.
he's not living in Africa. He's living in a very posh
Where does he live?
UK. Didn't you see the
No,
documentary?
I know he travels around. I just
Or Dubai?
he
has, bro. That guy
permanent.
is
But
loaded.
like the UK really loves people doing
Yeah,
shady
yeah,
dealings.
yeah.
So like Russian oligarchs are over there balling, bro. Like there's no way, there's no way Patty was not gonna get in. Rishi Sunak is like come in, brother. You know,
yeah.
like it's only
Why do
right.
you think London is so popular for rich people?
Shout
Money
out to
laundering.
them. Money laundering. Bro, they've destroyed the real estate market over there so badly.
They're going to do this here soon.
Yeah, they're
Because
doing it
property
here.
here is nice.
Yeah, right now,
But you can't afford
if
it.
you're living in Nairobi, if you can afford a cloud,
You know what's funny? Nairobi is the saddest place for locals, but the best place for expats.
yo,
You
we were
wonder
ranked,
why?
we were ranked number
One.
one.
People who immigrants. May have immigrants is in Kenya is number one.
Being a rich immigrant should have been my day. Like I should have. I want to come back in the next life as a. I don't want to come back in the next life.
We
Come
can
back with another bad deal. What?
anyway. So you don't want to come back to life. I get it.
I don't know. Do
He-
you want to do? Do you
Life
want to be
again?
reincarnated? Like, would you, if you were given an opportunity where it's like, okay, you've lived this life, you think it wasn't the thing that you wanted it to be, do you want to come back?
First of all, that's very greedy to even think of it.
Right? Like
This
you've lived a
is-
life.
yeah. As much as it's shitty for a lot of people,
Yes.
to some, I can't speak for everybody. I think the life that I am living once is enough. If you want more, now you're being greedy, asking too much.
I
The
agree.
chances of just being born are so slim.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Trying
But
to
I'm
get-
Indian, so
Can you? Of
at least
course.
14%
Of
higher.
course, it's just like I feel like you guys don't have
But-
maternal mortality rates or like.
I think. Can I tell you why?
It's like,
Before we
no,
get
there's
there,
no way Indian babies are dying. Like you guys, there's so many good doctors over there. There's like everyone is gonna leave.
you're right.
If you die, you're the exception. There's like you just the universe didn't want you.
Eh, I think I would like to come back if I can make a choice of what to come back as. If I can come back as
As what? What would you
somebody,
like?
as anybody because they say the chances of your success depends on where you're born.
Mhm.
I'd like to come back in a country where the chances of my success are higher. So like
which country?
Finland, for example.
Yeah.
Artists are given a lot of support in Finland. People,
Yes, they're
I've
literally-
read
yes,
you're
they're given
paid money to do your
to
art.
do your art,
I'd love to come back as
whether it profits or not.
Yeah.
Like, you just get financial support.
I'd love to come back in the lineage of Bottas. Bottas,
Yeah,
the rally whatever
Yes,
F1.
the F1 driver.
I'd love to come back as one of his lineage.
Oh.
But even now, this is not a bad life. It's okay.
I feel
When you
like-
look at those kids trying to dig out lithium, and then you look at Kibera. I'm not looking down upon.
Yeah.
Which, but this is such a weird thing to say. Oh, their lives makes me feel better
That's why-
about my life, but it
I
happens.
will say, I used to think, okay, so this is something that I mostly disagreed with when I was like growing up, and like I got to understand what people are preaching. There's sometimes you're sitting in Sunday school and you're like, there are people who have worse lives than you, so you should be very grateful. And I used to find that very uncomfortable because my life was also kind of bad in a way. So what does that say about me if I'm happy about someone being more miserable than I am? So I started, when I grew older, I was like, I want to be grateful from a point of just being grateful. My life is working.
Yes.
My shit today didn't go sideways. I am grateful for that, but not because someone else's life is on fire. Like I feel like that's very weird.
You're right.
Yeah.
But I am that weird. I want to be like you. That's the thing. I am not perfect. I want to be that guy who's just happy with his life. But unfortunately, that's a comparison is human nature. I cannot, it's like me making people laugh on stage and I don't get up. I cannot control it. Now, if I see somebody asking for money, I'm like, hey man, I didn't ask him to be there, but now he's there. And I see him. I'm like, hey man, I really appreciate where I am.
You can't help, or you can help, but
usually I never help.
You have an appreciation of like,
work hard,
my situation isn't as bad.
Work hard, bro. Niache, bro. Man, naendesha gari ya babangu bana.
But like I had to actively get myself to a place where I'm like very aware that I'm privileged in certain ways, and also my life is shitty in other ways. But all in all, I'm grateful for what it is. It's not about other people. I try not to do that. Because I'm very uncomfortable with that idea. And if I was uncomfortable with that idea when I was 9, that just means maybe there's a lot of people out there who are just as grateful without the comparison.
I was comfortable when I was younger, and as I grew up, I'm still comfortable, but now I understand why it's wrong to be comfortable. But I'm okay with it.
Like,
it's human nature.
I guess.
I am not the one. Everybody's different. Like I don't want to kill him yet. I want content. When killing people for content, people do a lot for content, right?
Yeah.
You go to restricted places and
you yell.
Nothing against you, man, but it's good video, good content. Not gonna lie, it's viral. It worked out.
100%, and it works. You get a following. You rage farm. Smart.
Rashford.
Bro.
People are playing chess here. We are here checkers.
We're not even in the right league. You're saying we're playing chess.
I'm actually very excited since we are speaking about sports. The IPL.
What's the IPL?
The Indian Premier League.
Wait, is the Indian Premier League like cricket? Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, that's cricket, because like, why is the Indian Premier League? I was like, I've never seen Indian football.
Indian football is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. It's good it's shit compared to Germany, but it's okay. It's not that bad. Better than Kenya. Even India was actually removed from FIFA. Kenya was removed from FIFA.
Look, India and Kenya just tied at like incompetencies in different ways. We're twins.
I should have felt at home there. I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like,
you know what's funny? When I was around so many Indians, I felt uncomfortable because in my head,
I think you used to be like, I'm the only one here.
No.
It's like
it's just
I'm unique.
No. Like I'm used to it at the temple. Like in very specific areas. Even you can mentally prepare to see Indians everywhere. Okay, but there, everywhere. Like I'm born and bred in Kenya. Everybody around me is a Bantu, Kushite, or a Nilot. Yeah. And none of them are Aryans, Northern Aryans. Most of them are not. So
Hitler is shaking right now.
Because most Indians that lived in Parklands can go to India and feel very normal. Yeah. People like me who went to South B and then went to Nairobi South, and then most of my friends.
Radius is very small for anywhere you went.
The people
around
me.
It's not even the whole of Nairobi. It's just like
it's just the 3 blocks. Matatu 33.
Like if you can just.
So I felt weird. Then I came back and I'm like, black people, thank God. I went to the airport.
These are my people.
I went to the airport. I saw the 3 black people sitting, and they spoke Swahili. I'm like, I am at home. Swahili? I'm like, I actually started talking to them. No, at the airport, there's a lot of black people who go there for Africans, let me say, for studying and medical. So there was like 3 kids.
issues,
There were 3 kids who were just sitting on the floor, and I think they were speaking in Swahili.
You're like, these are my people.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Then I talked to them for like 5 minutes. I felt there was, you get a bit homesick.
That's true.
As much as it's weird, I got a bit. I'm like, yeah, Nyaje,
'Cause
sing
you're used-
Nyaje,
you're-
and then
you're
you get
just
a,
like used to the things that you're used to. Like that's
Sama.
your life. Yeah.
just
so-
Sama. You realize how much I say Sama
Yeah.
when and see you
and
give
you can't
me.
say
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Even
those-
the way you talk just kind of changes. You're like, I missed this.
You realize, oh, somebody with the accent that is very common, very normal.
I can't believe Aman you're judging other Indians. Like, why do you speak that way? Like, why?
Because it's
Why are you judging other
there's a different way Indians speak English,
Yes.
and there's Kenyan Indians speak English. My English still has a bit of the Indian,
It has the influence.
the nose, the nasal.
Yeah, there's a way. Yeah.
There's because
The
Punjabiness.
inflections, but
Yes,
yeah.
my Punjabi sometimes come in and it sounds a bit Indian, but if the Indian ones sound very different.
Yeah, it's very
you can tell the difference if you're native.
Yes.
That's it.
But yeah.
That's all I could talk about Indians.
Yeah.
not-
Shout out to Indians, man.
Not difficult to be one. Actually, to be born as an Indian, you just need to. There's a 14% chance you can be born as an Indian. India just surpassed.
That's like such a big. It's a big quota.
India just
14%
surpassed
is
China.
big, like in the entirety of the world, that's really.
Yeah.
And like, did you say like China? Chinese
Number 2.
men don't have anyone to marry.
Even Indian in some villages, India has that
like
you
India-
kill the girl because she'll marry off and you have to give
But-
dowry and stuff.
But that, bro, this is why I don't like talking about other
Culture.
countries because sometimes
Talk to me. I know.
Because sometimes, like you see the news, and you're like, this is bad. Like, is everyone there just like a horrible
Okay.
person secretly walking around,
It is-
probably murdered someone because
it
he
is-
didn't marry them? Like
That happens quite a lot. India, the numbers game itself, even if it's just 1% of the population doing it, itself is a very big number. 1% of a billion is around a million. I don't know. My math is bad. You see, not an Indian.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
can tell. I
Yeah.
was not gonna do any math,
But it's a very big number.
a small village is like 30 million.
Very true. And then it is so prevalent. There are actually mainstream shows about older men, like these weird things of these backward cultures of like older men getting married to like very like toddlers. And in the show, like Indian mainstream soaps, when I was younger, they used to have these topics of like, oh, they killed a girl in the womb, and like they talk about it. It's still frowned upon if you're sane, but there are these backward cultures that
That are just accepted.
people just can't let go. Even in Kenya, I'm not saying it's just India.
It is
It's
everywhere.
Yeah,
It's very prevalent everywhere. It's not like, oh, we're attacking someone. It's just like if you're that many people, the visibility is
Yeah.
so much higher.
yeah.
So that I think that also that's the reason it feels that way. It feels like it's very prevalent because
Yeah.
it's a lot of people whose lives are ending because of that kind of culture. Yeah.
And in India, the reason they do it, the girl child, I think I've said it, it's because they're married off,
Really early, yeah.
and so it's like an investment. You're spending money. They don't even educate the girl because you're going to get
You-
married off anyway, right?
So it's like, oh, you are going to get
Yeah.
a husband. Why are you going to
People
school?
always pray for a boy.
Ironically,
And dowry, sorry, and sorry to cut you off, but also dowry, because if a girl is born, means if you're in the village, you have to give the dowry. People ask for cars and motorbikes, so that's just an expense you just got.
it's almost like you're given off so that the family can have a way to get somewhere else.
You just gave birth to somebody's wife. That's not your daughter.
Yeah, that's.
But a
That's
boy
horrible.
is now an investment.
Like a value
Yeah,
person.
you're gonna get dowry. You're gonna
Mm.
carry on the family name. The advantage of being a boy is
Like it's just built
higher.
into the system.
Yeah.
Like you get here and like, yeah, you're a boy. We love you.
Even genetically, I guess it is built into the system. Genetics,
Yeah.
because boys are the ones who care. So it makes sense why you should take his name. You know that thingy. Thank God,
understand,
Kala
like-
Singers, we left that shit. Our religion, we left the caste system. We're like, no, all color singers are the same.
Shout out to
Color singers,
color
right?
singers.
Then we went a bit away with other things like, oh, no cutting hair. We went a bit purist. There's a bit, we're not,
You guys
yeah.
actually look like this.
Yeah,
So
okay,
we're
we're like,
living
okay.
this backward culture about this.
Even circumcision or like a pana, bro. Why are you gonna cut skin off my penis? You're
We're taking off
mutilating
the
a
hoodie,
baby,
yeah.
man. What's wrong with you? That's we like covering our heads.
Yes.
All
day, every day.
day,
Never
every
seen a
day.
man's hair.
Yeah. I don't know why people always say that, Aman, why are you hiding your hair?
That's
Instead
odd.
of why are you covering your hair?
That's actually really odd. I think, okay, I'll say maybe it's because I grew up like people from different backgrounds, so I don't think of it as a thing. Because like I had friends who are Muslim, and I used to think that they cover their hair so that it becomes curlier. Such an idiot. I was such an idiot.
Maybe it does.
Yeah, because like I was like, every time I see someone who covers their hair, when they remove the headscarf or whatever, their hair is very
Shit.
curly.
My
So I
hair
was
is
like,
very curly.
yeah, so I was like, maybe this is how they get it to curl. And then my cousin was like, you're an idiot. If you cover your hair right now, it's not going to curl by Friday. I can bet you it won't happen. So I did it and it didn't happen. I was like, yeah, I am an idiot. So I realized it's just like it's a cultural thing, it's a religious thing. And if I just don't know that, that's not... It doesn't mean like they're hiding anything. It's
Yeah. I think people mean why you covering, but the word they use is hiding, implying that I'm scared. Oh, don't look at me. Maybe when I was younger. Don't look at me. But now I'm like, I have to do it because my mom told me.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
We need
What
to
else did we say? Color singers say no to caste system.
Yeah.
Girls and boys don't
that
have
caste
to
system
have.
is like, kudos to you guys. Because
Okay,
it's really harmed
We're
other
finishing.
people in such...
Last points before we finish. Anyway, what were you saying? So that was a bit.
That was very weird.
Because I think you was a boy and I touch boys like that. My bad.
Aman, please stop saying the words you're saying right now in sequence.
Color singers didn't stop that. Where was I?
So
Yeah, we caste system. No, we are not supposed to have surnames because all color singers are the same. But we still use our surnames to make sure we don't fuck our own cousin.
yeah.
So I can't bang a Jagde because that's technically my sister. I can't bang.
That's pretty smart.
I can't bang a Hunjan. That's my mom's side. I don't want to say more because then people can figure out everything else about my life. There's some other Sagus and I can't bang because they'll technically become my sis cousins. I can't bang my cousins. So I can. That's why we have a third name. And after marriage, girl doesn't have to. In our religion, girl doesn't. There's no name to take on to. You just live.
Wait,
so
you retain your name?
Yeah. Because for example.
Shout out to...
For example,
so
for example, your name is Justine Kaur.
Yeah.
If you're color singer, girls are Kaur, boys are Singh. That's all you need. So if you're married a color singer, you're still Justine Kaur. You don't. There's no
that's
surname.
really cool.
Yeah.
See, this is why when people say, "Oh, some things are westernized," and like, I'm like, no. There's cultures that been
you can
practicing.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people who've been practicing things that are like way progressive. Just because they're not the mainstream culture doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
And we're cool.
Shout out to color singers for being those cool people.
And we have to keep a dagger, in case.
Do you have a dagger? Right
No,
now?
not me. Me.
Yeah,
I do.
was like wondering, like, why
Me,
would
I
you...
do comedy, bro. I am not the best representation for a good color singer. I am just a representation of the autism range of color singers. Anyway, on that note,
Yeah.
thank you everybody. Justin Wanda, Amandeep Jagde out.
It sound right, boy.